It's a lot easier than people think.
Your strategy on getting a $25,000 credit card with Navy Federal. What is your strategy to do that?
I got on the phone with a Navy Federal rep last year. Then I got on the phone with a Navy Federal rep this year.
I've seen a lot of people go in and just follow these little tips, and they definitely do get the $25,000. So it's really possible.
Okay, so to get straight to it, first thing that I want to say that the rep gave me the information on.
Your strategy on getting a $25,000 credit card with Navy Federal. What is your strategy to do that?
So if you implement everything that I talked about right now, and you get, like I said, the easy CDs, and you just start investing in other products with Navy Federal, and like I said, you wait either 3 months or 9 months, I see it very easy that your first credit card, you can get a $25,000 credit card. Now, your credit is bad and you do all these things, you might still get approved, but you're not going to get that $25,000 credit card, But what I would tell you is, just with Navy Federal, like I said, just try to do everything that I just explained. And just make sure that you do invest in other little things that they offer. That's really important.
Like what?
The flagship card, I would tell you.
Okay.
The easy certificate. The easy certificate, you can actually get up to 10 of them, and it's as little as, I think it's $50.
Right.
Okay. You'll make a little bit of money when it graduates after like 12 months, or sometimes that you can extend it for 24 months. So those are little things that you can do just to make yourself look more invested in them. Also, guys, you might not believe it, but when you have direct deposit and they see that money's coming in, and they see that you're not overdrafting, because remember, they're going to compare how much do you owe and how much are you bringing in. Can you really afford another credit card? Can you afford a $25,000 credit card? So if you're overdrafting, they're going to be like, well, this person cannot be responsible with $25,000. So why are we going to extend that card for them? So basically, you guys can hear this information over and over. It's really implementing it. And a lot of people listen to it. And then if you don't implement between 24 to 48 hours, it's going to go off your head. So if you watch a video and you just have a regular checking account, call them, or, upgrade it. Go in their website, see what they offer. What else can you have? So those are things that you got to really not just listen to it and know it. You got to really implement it.
That's right.
Yep.
Absolutely. Right. You know what? And that's what I realized too. A lot of people, a lot of the mistakes that they're making, two things. One, people don't know what they don't know, right? And so that's why we bring you here, so we can go from not knowing to knowing, right? But another part of that is too, if you're looking to get funding for your business with no minimum credit score required, this includes term loans, equipment financing, even fix and flip loans as well. To learn more, scan this QR code or click the link in the description below. Now back to the video. What I'm realizing is people are missing information and execution. Right. And so it's either we don't know what to do, therefore we don't have the information, so we don't execute it, or worse, some of you all watching this right now have some of this information, but you're not executing it. And that's what it's all about, for sure. Is there anything else they need to do to get that approval for that $25,000 credit card with Navy Federal?
I think, a lot of people talk about the pledge loan that we talked about last time.
Yeah.
I don't,
see a big deal. Like,
build the credit and all that. But I think if you do all these things and you kind of build a relationship, you don't even have to get to the pledge loan. I think it's definitely possible, guys. And let's say you didn't get 25, you got maybe 15, or you got 10.
Right. Still great.
Then use it, pay it off, use it, pay it off. So when you go for the credit line increase, which would be a soft pull, on your phone, on the app, then you have more possibility to get that increase. And remember, every time you go for that increase, they're going to give you up to $8,000. So I always tell somebody, you know what, if you can just ask for a little bit more, let them count offer at $8,000. So even if you don't get it in the first try, you will get it in the second try. But, I've seen a lot of people go in and just follow these little tips, and they definitely do get the $25,000. So it's really possible.
Wow. Okay. That's amazing. And you did touch on something too. I've seen people, And I've seen people in the comments say, hey, I didn't have to do all this, but they didn't even realize how strong their credit profile really was, you know? And sometimes people, and everyone that's watching this, you don't necessarily always have to get the pledge loan and things of that sort. However, it does make that relationship a lot better and increases your chances in general, especially if you had some past derogatories, you know, in the past as well, too, you know? So, and because a lot of times, again, people don't understand how good their credit profile actually is, and that's why they didn't have to do, you know, all of these additional steps. So that's key as well too. But now it's a new year, so what are some things that you've been seeing that's still working in 2025 with Navy Federal?
Okay, so to get straight to it, I got on the phone with a Navy Federal rep last year. Then I got on the phone with a Navy Federal rep this year. And despite what a lot of people might think, it's easy for these people to give you information if you just ask the right questions, you know, and they're willing to give you the information. So, as Calvin said, a lot of these aren't hacks, but they're valuable information to get you approved, if not for high limit credit cards, to get you in the door to get to those high limit credit cards.
That's right.
Okay. So the first thing that I want to say that the rep gave me the information on was in order to get a lower tier credit card with Navy Federal. And when I say lower tier, I mean the cash rewards and cash rewards plus, the gold rewards, and the gold rewards, and and the platinum. And the platinum, you probably, as long as you have a clean credit profile, your score only needs to be around 580. 580. That is all you need to get in to get those cards, right?
Wow.
If you want a higher tier, you want to have somewhere around a 670. But the thing is, I never want people to get caught up on credit scores because everything is always about your overall credit profile. Right? It's always about your
That's
overall
right.
credit profile. You know,
Yeah.
if you could have a 670 and you just missed, had a 30-day late, you apply for a credit card with any institution,
Man, tell them.
it's going to be a denial, you
That's right.
know, just because of that one 30-day late.
That's right.
You know, we all make mistakes. I've
Yeah.
missed credit card payments by a day, right?
Yep.
Because I just got mixed up and missed that payment.
Yeah.
Pay the credit card before that
Yep.
30 days hit, you
Yep.
know, because that can be the difference between you getting approved
Yeah.
and you not only you getting denied, but you losing a gang of points because you waited to the next statement to pay that credit card,
That's right.
right?
Wow.
Now, if you got limited credit history, this is just something that's still been with Navy Federal, and you feel like you can't get in, the
Yeah.
best way in 2024 and also in 2025, there is a secure credit card, the N Rewards credit card.
That's right.
You know what? Don't never let any of these credit card YouTubers shame you into thinking that you need to get these top tier cards in order to get into the game. You know,
Yeah.
if if I can go back in time, I would have started rebuilding my credit with a secured card. Like
Why is
I
that? What?
honestly would.
Why is that, Sled? Which? Yeah. Why would you? Why you say that?
You know what? Because I did it the what I think is the longer route. Because you know, even though I paid off everything,
Yeah.
I was afraid to jump right back into getting unsecured cards because I was
Yeah.
afraid of the denial.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. That's
I
real.
was afraid of the denial. You know, and because a secured card is guaranteed by your own money,
Yeah.
the bank's literally not taking any risk. You know, they're
That's
not
right.
taking any risk. So you could get back into the game or into the game a lot faster by going a secure route.
Yeah.
And think about with Navy Federal, if you go with that secured card, all you have to have it is for 7 months. Because after the 6 month, as long as you're using it responsibly, they're going to graduate that card to the cash rewards or the cash rewards plus,
That's
right?
right.
And you can take that same card, the same card that you use the deposit just to get into Navy Federal with, and as you get credit limit increases and get that credit limit above $5,000,
Yeah.
you can product change that card to any card that you want within
Mm.
Navy Federal's lineup. So,
Wow.
and that includes the flagship card because
Wow.
all you need is a $5,000 limit in order to qualify for the flagship card because it's a Visa signature card.
Wow.
So, yeah. And
See?
I say a lot of this stuff is just reaching out to these reps and finding out, you know.
Yeah. You know what, though? You've always been an advocate of doing that. Of course, Mr. Research is in your building, right? But, you've always been an advocate of doing that. And it's something so simple. And that's just picking up the phone and talking to one of the representatives, or if you have a local branch, but preferably over the phone, because that is where a lot of the answers are going to come from. And like you said,
Yes.
at the end of the day, people, I think, forget banks want to do business with you. And so, they need you to use certain amount of products. They need you to have a certain credit profile and things of that sort. So again, this is how you maximize, that relationship. What are some other things that you know about as well too for this year?
Okay, now a lot of people talk about having a relationship with Navy Federal or any credit union for that matter.
Yeah.
Having a relationship with any financial institution is going to help you when it comes to any loans or approval with credit cards.
Tremendously. Yeah.
Tremendously. But Navy Federal specifically, if you have a few products with them,
Yeah.
if you when you become a member, you have to open a savings account. So you already have one product. If you open up
Yeah.
a checking account,
Mm.
you can do a secure loan.
Mm.
You get their flagship checking account. But what I'm here to tell you today, because I talked to the Navy Federal rep, you don't have to go crazy with all of these accounts in order to make this happen. If
Mm.
you have a simple savings account, a simple checking account, and they really, really, really think highly on having direct deposit with them.
Real quick, be sure to download our free ebook today. All you got to do is scan this QR code right here or click the link in the description below. Now back to the video. That's right. Yep.
They really do. They really think highly on having direct deposit with them. But here's the key with that. If you don't want Navy Federal to be your main bank, just send a little bit of money over there. Send $100 over there
That's right.
every check. $50 every check.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be, all of your income because
Yeah.
Navy Federal is here and there. The branches are they're here and there. So you may not
Hmm.
want them to be your main bank,
Yeah.
but they just want to see the process of money going in and out of the account.
That's it.
Right?
That's it.
That's all they want to see. So you don't have to get all of these flagship accounts and all this other stuff. If you have a basic checking, savings, run some direct deposit through there. And if you don't want to do direct deposit, just put money in and out of it. You can transfer it
Mm.
from another account and then
Yeah.
transfer it back out the next week or
Mm.
however you want to do it. But
Yeah.
let them see that you flowing money through there so they know that you do actually have the finances. Because when we apply for these things, we're putting stated income, right? They're
Yeah.
not making you prove the income. Like they're
Mm.
not making you prove it. And I'm not
Yeah.
saying for anybody to go back and, put false information on a credit card, but they're asking for stated income. Stated income means any income that you have a possibility of getting your hands on. If you live
Wow.
with your girlfriend, you have a roommate, you live with your parents, their
Mm.
income could be added into your stated income.
That's right.
So,
That's right. Oh man,
yeah.
you dropping the gems now, man. You giving it all away.
Hey, I gotta give it for the people, man. Like it's not doing nothing with me just having it,
That's right.
like it's not doing anything with me just having it. So I
There you
want
go.
everybody to look at this thing, man.
Yeah.
Credit score, credit profile, your income,
Yeah.
debt to income. Now, I don't talk about that a lot, but Navy Federal wants your debt to income to be lower than 35%,
Mm.
typically 30 and lower.
Mm.
If your debt to income is 30 and lower, you have a higher possibility of getting higher limit credit cards with Navy Federal. And again,
Mm.
I heard that
Yeah.
right out of the horse's mouth on the phone with one of the reps. It's a lot easier than people think. I never want people to get discouraged because I have some people, that come in my comment section and they're asking
Yeah.
me, you know, yeah, I had this bankruptcy and I can't get in with Navy Federal. Sometimes you
Yeah.
have to be patient.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
sometimes you have to be patient. And this is the last one I'm gonna give you on that topic. As
Okay.
far as bankruptcies go, when your bankruptcy is discharged for over 2 years, they're more likely to give you an approval and sometime approval for higher limit credit cards.
Wow.
Yeah. that's another gem that I got from the rep there. So